Hello students, we are going to discuss about parallel plane waveguide, and in the last session we have discussed how the parallel plane waveguide is set up. These are the two parallel plates and the wave is restricted along x direction, that is x is equal to 0 to x is equal to a. So this is z axis, this is x axis, and this is along y axis. So here like this the wave is getting reflections and it is moving towards z direction. So this is actual path, this is source, and these are infinite sheets along y direction. There is no restriction along y direction, only the waveform is restricted along x direction. So now we are going to see the electromagnetic wave, EM wave propagation, okay, in parallel plane waveguide. So already in the last session we have discussed, we got the derivation del square E is equals to gamma square E, del square H is equal to gamma square H, and these are the space harmonic equations in free space. Space harmonic equations. So here I am adding extra x suffix because we already know that the electromagnetic wave, EM wave, has basic transverse nature. The basic transverse nature is electric field along x direction, magnetic field along y direction, and along z direction the wave is propagation along z direction. So that's why I am adding the suffixes x and y like this, okay. So those space equations, harmonic space equations, we already discussed in the last session. And what is gamma? Gamma is a propagation constant. Gamma is equals to j omega mu into under root of sigma plus j omega epsilon, okay. So for free space, gamma is equal to 0, mu is equal to mu naught, epsilon is equal to epsilon naught. So gamma is equal to alpha plus j beta, attenuation constant plus phase shift constant. So I will get, if I substitute gamma is equal to 0, j omega mu naught epsilon naught j square omega square, okay. So if I take out j omega out of the root, j omega square root of mu naught epsilon naught. But del can be written as dou by dou z of Az for uniform plane waves. Uniform plane waves means the waves are having the transmission along all direction. There is no restriction along x direction or y direction. So that's why we are having the propagation along only along the z direction, and there is no restriction. If the restriction is there like parallel plane waveguides, we will have one more term including this. So like how means del can be written as dou by dou x ax plus dou by dou z az for parallel plane waveguides, okay. So for parallel plane waveguides, the wave is propagating along z direction, but the wave is restricted along x direction. So that's why I am having one more term along x direction. Now we already know that del square Ex is equal to gamma square Ex, space harmonic equation, okay. So here I am writing gamma square, dou square Ex by dou z square is equal to, what is gamma? What is gamma here? I got j omega under root of mu naught epsilon naught. So j square means minus 1. So minus omega square. Okay. Minus is for j, omega square into, if I do the square root and square will gets cancelled, I will get mu naught into epsilon naught into, I am having Ex. Okay. So this is from uniform plane wave expression. I just substituted del as dou by dou z. This is in a case of uniform plane waves. If I extend this for parallel plane waveguides, I will have two terms. Okay. For parallel plane waveguides, so instead of del, what you have to substitute? Dou by dou x ax, dou by dou z az. So I will write dou by dou square Ex by dou x square along x direction from this equation. I am writing del. I am just substituting this del value here. Okay. Plus dou square Ex by dou z square az is equal to, on right side I am writing this one. I am just equating omega square mu naught epsilon naught Ex. Okay. So here dou square Ex by dou x square Ax plus dou square Ex by dou z square into Az. It is nothing but uniform plane wave expression. From uniform plane wave expression, I am simply substituting for uniform plane wave. What is del square E is equal to gamma square E. Okay. I am simply substituting this gamma square E in the place of this del square E. What is dou square Ex by dou z square? For uniform plane wave, dou is nothing but dou by dou z. If I write here, I will get this equation left side. Right side I am having gamma square E. I am just substituting gamma square E here. Okay. Such that I will get gamma square Ex along z direction is equal to minus omega square mu naught epsilon naught Ex. Now dou square Ex by dou x square Ax is equal to gamma square omega square mu naught epsilon naught Ex. I am bringing this term to the right side and taking out common as a Ex term. Okay. So now dou square Ex by dou x square Ax can be written as minus gamma x square Ex, where gamma x square is nothing but gamma square plus omega square mu naught epsilon naught. Okay. Similarly, from this equation 1, from 1 I can write dou square hy by dou x square Ax is equal to minus gamma x square into hy. Consider this as equation 2. From 1 I am just substituting magnetic field intensity instead of electric field intensity. Okay. So here from equations 1 and 2, we just concluded gamma x square is nothing but gamma square plus omega square mu naught epsilon naught. Okay. So here the wave is restricted along x direction. The parallel plane waveguide, the wave is restricted along x direction. So if the wave is restricted along x direction, it is having m discrete possible values for propagation constant. See, for different values of x, I am having different values of propagation constant. means you have to write gamma square is equal to gamma x square minus omega square mu naught epsilon naught. So gamma will vary for different values of x. Okay, so here I can say that for restricted side x, solutions are m discrete values. That is, there can be m possible values for propagation constant gamma. Okay, and this gamma can be written as finally under root of m pi by a whole square minus omega square mu epsilon. So from where I am getting this value means already we know that gamma x square is equal to gamma square plus omega square mu naught epsilon naught, right? So what is gamma square is equal to gamma x square minus omega square mu naught epsilon naught. So gamma is equal to gamma x square minus omega square mu naught epsilon naught. So instead of here I got gamma x as m pi by a. Okay, so how I am getting this gamma x as m pi by a, we are going to see now. So here I just substitute m pi by a here, I got this equation. So this is gamma for parallel plane waveguide. For uniform plane waveguide, what is gamma? It is j omega mu into sigma plus j omega epsilon under root. This is for uniform plane wave. Okay, so now we'll see how we got this gamma x as m pi by a. Okay, that is expression for gamma in parallel plane waveguide. So very simple and easy derivation. So for uniform plane waveguide, what is gamma? Uniform plane waveguide, gamma is equal to under root of j omega plus sigma plus j omega epsilon. Okay, and next we know that for uniform plane wave guide I am having dou square E by dou x square plus gamma x square E equal to 0. This is from equation 1. This is from equation 1. Dou square E by dou x square plus gamma square E is equal to 0. I just removed these suffixes for electric field intensity. Okay, dou square E by dou x square plus gamma x square E equal to 0. We can't remove the suffix x for this gamma, because if we remove the suffix, this gamma will become the propagation constant in uniform plane waveguides. So gamma is different from gamma x. Okay, so now this is the second order differential equation. Equation 1 is the second order differential equation. So for any differential second order differential equation, there is a constant solution. That solution can be E is equal to, because I am having the variable here E. E is equal to C1 sin gamma x of x plus C2 cos gamma x of x. Consider this as equation 2. This is already finalized solution. This is constant solution for any second order differential equation. If we are having h, you have to write here h is equals to, okay, and I am having suffix x, that's why sin gamma x of x plus gamma c2 cos gamma x of x. So now apply boundary conditions, and these boundary conditions are already read in the subjects EMTL, so I am not going to discuss in detail here. Just directly I am writing the boundary condition along x direction. So why we have to write the boundary conditions along only x direction means the wave is restricted only along x direction. The wave is not restricted along y direction. So in which direction the wave is having restriction, and that direction you have to apply the boundary, because only along x directions we are having the boundaries. At x is equal to 0 I am having one boundary, and x is equal to a I am having one boundary. Okay, so now apply the boundary conditions at x is equal to 0 one time, at x is equal to a one time. So what is the boundary condition? That is, the tangential component of electric field is always equal to 0 at x is equal to 0 and at x is equal to a. Okay, at x is equal to 0 and at x is equal to a, the tangential component of electric field is 0. So this is a boundary condition you have to keep in mind. So first apply the boundary condition E tangential is equal to 0 at x is equal to 0. Okay. So what is first boundary condition? First boundary condition is E tangential equal to 0 at x is equal to 0. These are already predefined. There won't be any change in these boundary conditions. We have to satisfy these boundary conditions. To satisfy this boundary condition, what we have to do? This is equation 2. From equation 2, to satisfy boundary conditions, that is first boundary condition, what is the to satisfy the boundary condition, that is E tangential is equal to 0 at x is equal to 0. For this equation 2, what we have to do? See, this is electric field intensity E tangential 0. This should be 0 by substituting x is equal to 0. If I substitute x is equal to 0 here, sin 0 will be 0. But what about cos 0? It will be 1. So C2 term is presenting. This equation 2 is not satisfying the boundary condition, but must and should equation 2 should satisfy the boundary condition. So to satisfy the boundary condition, C2 must be 0. If C2 is equal to 0 and I substitute x is equal to 0, this term will be 0, this term will be 0, and I'll get E tangential equal to 0. Okay, so this condition is satisfying. Okay, so if C2 is equal to 0, so what about equation 2? Equation 2 becomes E is equal to C1 sin gamma x of x, because C2 is equal to 0. This is the finalized thing by satisfying the equation 2, by satisfying the boundary condition for the equation 2. Equation 2 will be satisfying this condition if and only if C2 equal to 0. Now I am substituting C2 equal to 0 in this equation. I will get E is equal to C1 sin gamma x of x. Now apply second boundary condition for this equation 3. Apply second boundary condition. What is second boundary condition? E tangential is equal to 0 at x is equal to a. Okay, so this will be satisfied So I am substituting E is equal to C1 sine gamma x into A. I am just substituting x is equal to A in this equation. But what about E tangential? E tangential, is it equal to 0 if I substituting x is equal to A? No, it is not equal to 0. So what we have to do to make equation 4 to satisfy this second boundary condition, I have to conclude that C1 should not be equal to 0, because if C1 is 0, I won't get any term in the right hand side. So C1 should not be equal to 0. And which term should be equal to 0? This sine gamma x of A should be equal to 0. If this is equal to 0 means sine gamma x of A, and right side I am having sine m pi only. For integers of m values, this is equal to 0. If I write m is equal to 0, 0. Sine pi 0, sine 2 pi 0, 3 pi 0, 4 pi 0. Like this, sine m pi I am having right hand side. So just compare gamma x of A is equal to m pi. Gamma x of A equal to m pi. So gamma x is equal to, I am having m pi by A. So like this, I got the gamma x value as m pi by A. Now substitute in the equation gamma square plus omega square mu epsilon is equal to gamma x square. This is the expression we got in the last session. So gamma square is equal to omega square mu epsilon. What is gamma x square? M pi by A whole square. So gamma square is equal to m pi by A whole square minus omega square mu epsilon. If I remove square, I will have the term like this. So this is gamma. This is gamma for parallel plane waveguides. And we are having gamma x. Gamma x is equal to m pi by A, because in parallel plane waveguide the wave is restricted along x direction. Okay, thank you.